Cacao, a rich source of polyphenols, reportedly with higher antioxidants than teas and red wines. Chocolate was introduced to Europe by the Spaniards and became popular beverage by the mid-17th century. Spaniards also introduced the cacao tree in the West Indies and the Philippines. It was also introduced into the rest of Asia, South Asia, and into the West Africa by Europeans. In the Gold Coast, modern Ghana, cacao was introduced by the Ghanaian. And the Gold Coast is the leader in producing cacao. The three main varieties of cacao plant are Forastero, Criollo, and Trinitario. The first is the most widely used, comprising 80 to 90% of the world production of cocoa. Cocoa beans are of the Criollo variety are rarer and considered delicacy. Criollo also tends to be less resistant to several diseases that attack the cocoa plant. Hence, very few countries still produce it. One of the largest producers of Criollo beans is Venezuela. Trinitario from Trinidad is a hybrid between Criollo and Forastero. Hybrid Trinitario. It is considered to be of much higher quality than Forastero and has higher yields and is more resistant to disease than Criollo. Criollo is the rarest and most expensive cocoa in the market and is native to Central America, the Caribbean islands, and the northern tier of South American states. The genetic purity of cocoa sold today as Criollo is disputed as most population have been exposed to the genetic influence of other varieties. Criollo is particularly difficult to grow as they are vulnerable to a variety of environmental threats and produce low yields of cocoa per tree. The flavor of Criollo is described as delicate yet complex, low in classic chocolate flavor but rich in secondary notes of long duration. The most commonly grown bean is Forastero, a large group of wild and cultivated cacaos, most likely native to the Amazon basin. The African cocoa crop is entirely made up of Forastero. They are significantly hardier and of higher yield than Criollo, the source of most chocolate marketed. Forastero cacao are typically strong in classic chocolate flavor, but have a short duration and are unsupported by secondary flavors, producing quite bland chocolate. The national cocoa bean is a rare variety of cocoa bean found in areas of South America such as Ecuador and Peru. Some experts in the 21st century had formerly considered the national bean to be extinct. Pure genotypes of the bean are rare because most national varieties have been interbred with other cocoa bean varieties. Ecuadorian national traces its genetic lineage as far back as 5,300 years to the earliest known cacao trees, domesticated by humanity in the 18th and 10th centuries. National was considered by many European chocolates to be the most coveted source of cacao in the world because of its floral aroma and complex flavor profile. While Trinitario is a natural hybrid of Criollo and Forastero. Trinitario originated in Trinidad after introduction of Forastero to the local Criollo crop. Nearly all cacao produced over the past 5 decades is of the Forastero or lower grade Trinitario varieties. Cocoa trees grow in hot, rainy tropical areas within 20 degrees of latitude from the equator. Cocoa harvest is not restricted to one period per year, and a harvest typically occurs over several months. In fact, in many countries, cocoa can be harvested at any time of the year. Pesticides are often applied to the trees to combat capsid bugs and fungicides to fight black fud disease. Immature cocoa pods have a variety of colors, but most often are green, red, or purple, and as they mature, their colors tend towards yellow or orange, particularly in the creases. Unlike most fruiting trees, the cacao pods grows directly from the trunk or large branch of a tree rather than from the end of the branch, similar to jackfruit. Ito ang pinanggagalingan ng mga tsokolate. Thank you for watching and see you next video. The cacao fruit, a natural mood elevator and antidepressant, the highest plant-based source of iron, full of magnesium for healthy heart and brain, more calcium than cow's milk. Theobromine is the component. It is the nervous system stimulant. It is primarily grown for chocolate production. The beans are commonly processed into chocolate drink, cake powder, butter, chocolate paste, chocolate bars, candies, and confectioners. Used for flavorings, for pastries, and ice cream. And it is utilized as raw materials for cosmetics and pharmaceutical products. The pulpy flesh of cacao is edible. It is used as digestive enzyme tincture, as it contains enzyme protease and vertase, raffinase, and oxidase. Contains flavonoids and have a potent antioxidants. And contains minerals like calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium. Overdoses or overeating of this could lead to fast heartbeat, sleeplessness, nervousness, and increased urination. So avoid overeating. Thank you for watching and see you next video.